Voting. The people's chance to decide who they want to run their country and represent their interests. But how does it work in the United States of America? When it comes to election day, the public go to the polls to vote for one presidential ticket. So far, so easy. However, the public don't vote directly for their choice of president. Instead, a system called the Electoral College is used. Each state is allocated a number of electors that will make the final choice. A state has the same number of electors as it does senators and representatives. In most states, all the electors will vote for the presidential ticket which received the most support in the public vote. Finally, the presidential ticket with the most Electoral College votes becomes President and Vice President of the United States of America. So that's how things work in the US.
Google misconceptions about the presidential elections and/or the Electoral College, and you will get approximately 1 million search results. The required civics curriculum is intended to enable students to eventually participate and take informed actions in the democratic process. Since we are completing this project during a volatile presidential election season, our group thought it would be interesting to survey people regarding possible misconceptions about the presidential election process. We asked 3 questions to a sample size of 51 people. The sample size includes peers and friends on Facebook, as well as acquaintances on Michigan State's campus.
That's a great question, because I don't really know a whole lot about it.
There are parties, and there are people that get nominated, I think, or like they're kind of already in their party, and then somehow they get narrowed down because they're like nominated by people.
Voting.
Tell me more about that.
We as a country vote.
Can I tell you how a president's elected? Through Congress and the people that vote for him. That's about it, really. I don't remember.
The president is elected through Americans voting for who they wish to be president.
I have no clue.
I don't know the steps. I know you vote for somebody that gets enough votes and they have to win a certain amount of states, and that's the person that's victorious.
They do like an actual vote in each state, and then they count up the votes, and then whoever has the most votes at the end is the president.
Well, the president is elected by, I don't know, probably electoral colleges. I don't know if public opinion even truly counts. It's kind of confusing, actually, so I guess I don't really know, but I believe that it's by electoral colleges.
How the president is elected? We vote, but then there's like the Electoral College that also takes control, so it's almost like everyone's still there.
The president is elected is supposedly through the electoral vote.
The president is elected through a lengthy process. It's actually elected through voting day in the Electoral College.
Yeah, how's the president get elected? Well, I mean, the president gets elected through the Electoral College.
Through the Electoral College?
I think it's actually through the Electoral College, where the votes are allocated to each state accordingly to their population.
No.
Why?
They're going to elect whoever they want to elect.
In my honest opinion?
Your honest opinion?
No.
Why?
I'm just one vote.
What was that?
I'm just one vote.
You're just one vote. Tell me more about that. Why does one vote not matter?
Because there's millions of us.
Probably not. I don't think I do.
Tell me more about that.
Because it seemed like sometimes like the popular vote doesn't always get, I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't. Because it's all based on electoral vote, and then you don't really vote for these electoral delegates.
No, especially with this whole new superdelegates thing. I didn't feel like my vote even counted at all this last time, so no, I don't actually.
No.
Why?
Because the Electoral College, I feel like, I don't really know exactly how it works, but I know it just matters how many of the electoral people they get, and I don't really think that they pay attention to me as an individual and that my vote matters.
I want to say yes, but sometimes it feels like it doesn't.
I think so, yeah. I want to support the best person that I can and be supportive for my country because it's important for us to do that kind of stuff.
I think it matters because it's who I want to be elected and it's my voice, so no matter how many people there are, my voice matters and it's expressed through my vote.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because the more people that we have voting for one particular person, then they win.
I do think my individual vote counts.
It always matters.
Tell me more about that. Why do you believe that?
I think every vote adds up to a winner and a loser. And so every vote counts.
I don't know nothing about government.
Electoral College. I'm not sure what that is.
I have no idea how that works or even really the basics of it.
No.
Dude, that's what? I mean, I really can't remember.
We have representatives for each state, and then they kind of determine who gets elected because of the votes. Like, the people who vote here, their numbers are represented in the Electoral College.
The Electoral College, that is a group of people that are, they have their own party and, wait, no, Electoral College, I know what this is. It's like the votes that count for each state, right? So like Michigan has like 4 votes or something, depending on how big their committees are or something, right? Right?
We identified 3 shortcomings in interviewees' responses. One was a lack of concrete understanding. Respondents were able to describe the basic idea of the Electoral College, but were unable to describe how it functioned in real life. This may be caused by the fact that the Electoral College, as it is taught in high school civics classrooms, is often taught abstractly, disconnected from its embodied reality. Secondly, interviewees who had participated in an election had a stronger understanding than those who had not. In discussing this shortcoming, our team observed that many high school civics students are several years away from participating in their first election, and the information lacks relevance, which is carried over into the adult voters' understanding. Finally, we identified that our responses indicated a lack of context. A number of interviewees were able to explain that the Electoral College is related to the population of the state or the number of congresspeople from a state. However, few interviewees demonstrated understanding of the origins of the Electoral College, its purpose, the federal-state dynamic, or why the Electoral College continues to exist today. Our team considered that most instruction in civics classrooms is brief and covers the what of the Electoral College, but lacks in-depth discussion of the whys. This lack of context carries into an adult understanding that lacks nuance or depth, and even causes frustration when the Electoral College works differently from what they expect or understand.